Senator Alex Padilla, who sits on the Senate Judiciary Committee. Senator, thank you very much for being with us this morning. I know that you spent much of your day yesterday here in Monterey Park talking to people about the shooting. What did they have to tell you?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me back, Jose, and for your emphasis. We cannot shine too much light on events like this because we cannot let this be normal in the United States of America. So, we can't say it enough. Our hearts do go out to the victims and their families, to the survivors and their families, and the greater communities impacted by these acts of violence. Spending time yesterday at the Victims Resource Center with local officials and observing. You had the Mayor Lowe on a few minutes ago, and he talked about the respect for the families of the victims, giving them their space, the respecting the process of them being notified if they are the next of kin, the tremendous amount of resources available, whether it's kind of what to do next with the coroner's office or planning of services, or the important emotional and mental health support that is available by local governments, by nonprofit organizations, by the community. It's what is necessary in the immediate aftermath of a traumatic event like this, but the communities and the families are going to need our help and support for a long, long time.
Senator, you and I have spoken about this both on the air and even off the air. How can things like this not become normal when they happen so often? And I'm just wondering, it's like, I keep thinking about the 11 people that lost their lives here. I keep thinking about the 21 people, the kids and the 2 teachers that lost their lives 24th of May last year in Uvalde, Texas. And I keep thinking those are people that have dreams, hopes, aspirations, that have carried themselves out with dignity and with grace throughout their entire lives. And then they come to a place to celebrate, and then they're just shot and killed. How is it, Senator, that we can stop this from being normal?
Well, there's, clearly a lot that needs to happen. Is it broader education, embracing of diversity, and yes, including smarter gun control laws throughout the United States of America. We've talked about how the state of California has some of the most strict gun control laws in the country, but the big vulnerability there is if somebody can either import weapons or large magazines from other states, or frankly buy parts online and assemble them at home and create an assault weapon or any type of weapon that is otherwise unlawful in the state of California. Maybe better screening. We did make some progress last year in Congress in strengthening the background checks required for gun purchasers under the age of 21, but clearly, more needs to be done for those that are older than 21. And that's just the purchasing of a gun. Maybe we ought to look at what are the best practices around the country for who qualifies for a concealed weapons permit. And when we come to these incidents, we find incidents where the weapon was obtained unlawfully, or in some instances, the weapon was obtained lawfully. Each incident is a little bit different, but there's got to be the political will to do more, to do better, because the country deserves better.
Yesterday here at the City Hall, I met Darlene Flores and her son, Kyle, and they came out. They're lifelong residents of this area of Monterey Park, and they set up 10 velatorios, those candles, those devotional prayer candles. I'm sure they came out and put another one since the news of another person losing their lives. I'm just thinking, Senator, we may run out of candles.
Yeah.
If this becomes the pattern,
It's candles belong at birthday cakes, not at the memorials for people who are victim to these preventable, oftentimes, but truly senseless acts of violence. Our hearts continue to go out to the community of Oakland that has seen violence far too often. Half Moon Bay, we saw that incident happen yesterday, and of course, Monterey Park. the other part of the trauma here, Jose, is these events come as sort of compiled trauma on top of what we've all been through these last couple of years. You take the Asian American community, who has seen a rise in hate crimes because of the COVID-19 pandemic and political rhetoric. You see the community of Half Moon Bay. You see the farm workers that were impacted by this as they're trying to weather the recent storms in California that have, impacted agriculture on top of the drought. And, there's people are wondering what's next, or, how can we move forward? But we will move forward. We're a resilient people. Californians are proud, and I've just been so grateful to see the level of collaboration and coordination from federal officials, state officials, local officials, and most importantly, community leaders and families really coming together. Together, we'll get through this.
Senator Alex Padilla, I am always grateful for your time. I thank you very much for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Jose.
Right now, a Senate committee is taking Ticketmaster